Greetings and welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to go over the scripted bots situation that is currently plaguing the grid. On January the 24th of this year, I had made a post in the community tab on the channel, and I'll just go over it briefly here. There's been a lot of heated talk about bots harvesting data via an Linden lab script outside of SL. And of late, there has been an extreme increase of bots in Secondlife. Right now, I'm focusing on the for purpose scripted agent bots that take the in world data, the marketplace data, other information such as land group information, land ownership information, all the data that we are able to look or find out in world. This is a type of data that is being extracted to a third party website, which makes everything public. Now, later on in the video, I will go over this website and you will see everything that is available. But I just want to introduce more about the whole scripted bot situation. Tommy Linden did say on a post on the community forum that no personal identifying information is obtainable. Such as your physical world information, your real name, your credit card, passwords, anything relating to your physical privacy. The script that is being used by these data harvesting bots is a script that was created by Linden Lab. And they actually do have a policy when it comes to, taking privacy outside of Second Life and extracting it to other platforms. People with a nefarious agenda can do bad things with data. It takes work and it takes a brain, but it is possible. But I'm fully aware that you must realize that whatever you put out there, so for the data taken, like the web profile, even that is up for grabs to these bots. Even if your privacy settings is set to none or just within SL only, these bots that are scripted to strip data, they're still able to do that. So if you have your profile set to just show in world only, that doesn't matter to a bot. They can still strip the data and then publish it on this third party website. Obviously, it's really no different than someone taking a picture of your profile and uploading it somewhere else on the internet. And that's not new. But this is automatic. This is generated by an algorithm. This is continuously done. Back to the LL policies regarding bots. All bots are supposed to be registered with Linden Lab, but people don't do that because when you register a bot, then LL knows not to count that bot in the traffic count. And the thing is, though, is that those that are used in the traffic bots, now this is a different type of bot, but it still has the capability of doing the same thing as these data harvesting bots. The legacy search no longer ranks by traffic count. Well, not true traffic count anyway, because LL redid the algorithm and it's like, well, how is the traffic count really regulated? Who knows? That's the answer to that. Who knows? And it's a lot of techie stuff. I'm not a real techie person. I'm just trying to break it down to make it easily understandable enough to where you can, do your own research, know what to look up and to look for in order to get more information for your own knowledge. Let's get on with the video. These are called Bonnie bots. Now, I have went through this website. I am quite concerned. They have a mission statement. The worst part of Second Life is finding where everyone else is at. I think the worst part of that sentence is that they need to understand how grammar works because that is incorrect. That is incorrect usage. BonnieBots is an attempt to find new ways for residents to connect and navigate their Second Life. Our goal is to support and promote the Second Life community while encouraging more active participation. We believe the continued success of Second Life lies with its residents. Information about Second Life should be freely accessible by all. We intend to make previously obscured information available to all residents, enable open use of the information, and expand available tool sets to further content creation. All information collected and made available is publicly accessible and is not and never will be utilized for any monetary gain. We support individual privacy and will never attempt to obtain information not contained within or relevant to Second Life. Landowner information, you can get like who owns the land, what group owns the land, avatars on a land, how long an avatar has been on the land, the times of the avatar has been on a particular land in a particular region, all this stuff that we can look up easily in World. That is public information. Okay, those are the stats. Now, what bothers me when it talks about information that is collected and made available that's already publicly accessible, it says that it's not and never will be utilized for any monetary gain, right? I'm concerned because if it's not utilized for monetary gain, then what else is there? Trading data for data, making this type of data available to merge with another type of organization's data or have another organization use this freely available data in order to do whatever with it. If they really, really stood by this statement, never will be utilized for any monetary gain, then they should have just left it at utilized and just left the monetary gain out because it makes me wonder, okay, well, if you're not going to utilize it, if you're not going to sell it for money, then what are you going to do with it? Because this here, I think it's lies. And I'll go directly as to why I think it's lies. We're going to jump to the About section and we're going to go to the FAQ. And we're going to scroll down here to this particular question. All right. So this is a question, and the answer is by this group that runs the BonnieBots. Question: are you interested in working with my organization to create new features? The BonnieBots answer: we would be happy to talk with you. Please keep in mind we do not share any unfiltered data and are not interested in any projects which can be used to identify individuals. Are you wondering what kind of organization? Okay, so in the mission statement, they proclaimed that they're doing this to better the life of Second Life residents, to stir up more in world participation, which I think is a great folly because look, taking numbers and stats and data from within Second Life and putting them automatically uh, generated onto a third party website, how does that stir up participation amongst the residents? I think it's creepy. I think it's creepy. And I will go over the next sections and show you the creepiness. We will come back to this FAQ, but let's go back to the front page here. So as you can see, it has happening now, like which regions have the most avatars within the last hour. You can click on the blue links and you can get more information like the abandoned land, what places are there. You can get the avatar count and the day and the time, how long that avatar has been there, avatar distribution, and you can go back. And there are different places that you can visit and check out. So we'll go ahead and we will click on the regions tab. Now, this gives you a lot of more information. See, we know this stuff. I mean, we know the maturity in world, the name, in world, previously updated, previous avatar count. I mean, the only thing we have to go by in world is the traffic count. Avatar count, well, yeah, you can look that up on the in-world map. How many avatars percentage has increased or decreased within a certain time, and the URL, yeah, we can get that in world. So all this information, look down here. There are 27,572 pages of this type of region information. So let's just click on one here. Let's look at Blue Moon Bay. It's fairly, kind of well known as a fog bound blues, a beach, somebody's house that is 2560 square meters, somebody's home there. And you could tell how many avatars are in the region, when they first TP'd in, how long they were there, how many region visits. Now, granted, it does not give names or is specific on these avatars. So let's go back. Now let's go to attachments. If you want to know the top attachments in world on any given day, look, the daily count of 15,927 avatars are wearing Lakuta teeth. 10,061 avatars have Lakuta eyes. 9,156 avatars have the Matria mesh body. And you can download it or you can print it out. Now, to the common person, this really isn't of no use. I would say I'm a common person, and what am I going to do with this? I don't know. Now, if I was a creator or a designer, I'd find this helpful. But there are 10,000 pages of this type of information that says, how many and what kind of top attachments are most popular. Now, you can go to the trending attachments here. Again, you can download it or print it out. And you can see that the current week count, 285 for the My Story RP system. It shows the previous week, and the increase and the percentage, either up or down. Now, when we go to land, it'll give you the top land rental companies, how many regions, possibly own, the name, and the URL for the slur in world, right? So you can click on one. Let's go to this one. And yep, there's the profile. You can just click on a name and get a profile. There you go. Now we will go to the abandoned land here. And as you can see, you get like a little region image, the date that the land was abandoned, the area of the abandoned land. You can go high or you can hit that little button and you can go low. And the continent and the maturity of the continent and the region. So let's go ahead and scroll down. And there are 2,875 pages of this. Let's click on McLean, this random one. So the information given here tells you the location, who else is there, what else is there, picture there, and avatar information, how many visits, how long the visits were, the overall region visits. You could even do a filter. You could filter for which continent, the maturity, and the abandoned land area. Go ahead and go to the sandbox land. Pretty much the same. For the filter, which sandbox, if you want to look for offline sandbox, the maturity, you want to go to a quiet sandbox, if you want to go to a busy one. You have the beta land here. You can scroll down and look, that's a They're preparing this region for the Secondlife birthday coming up in June, right? No visits because, well, it's not open. Let's go ahead and go to auction history. And you've got your filters here that can tell you the continents, maturity, the size, and how many bidders. So if you want to look for a particular bit of auction land and you want to know how many bidders you're going against, you can filter for that. It gives you the region and the maturity of the continent that the region's on, the size of the land, the winning bid, the Linden per square meters, the amount of bidders, and the end date. Of course, you can hit the little arrow and it will give you the current information. So we will go to Linden Homes next. Now, Linden Homes, I don't consider Linden Homes mainland because they're their own little world, especially the Belarusians with their cool kid stuff. But if you want to look how many homes are available in a particular subcontinent in that area, there you go. You can look at the Linden Homes map view and you can zoom in here. You're like, oh yeah, that's where I want to live. I want to live somewhere that's cramped. Look at that. You could click on something and get information on that parcel and zoom in. Not quite like Google Maps, but there you go. Look at that. It's all cramped. Mm-mm-mm. Ew. And there is a Linden Home summary that tells you how many are occupied on each subcontinent, how many of it's available, and the percentage of availability. And, of course, if you're having trouble finding a home finder, then you can get this little thing. It's a little HUD. And, there's some criterion that you have to meet before you can get this HUD in order for it to help you find a home in the Belarusia. Next, we will go to this here is what I find really interesting. We're going to go ahead and click on the marketplace. Now it gives you information, marketplace sales history, up and down, and it tells you the total sales here on the left. Go to the top merchants. So this is reported sales over the past 14 days. That's 2 weeks. This is the merchant brackets. Over here, you have the top merchants. You can see these are all names that we are all familiar with. It goes all the way down. Yeah. Reported sales over the past 14 days. Now, you can see this bracket here. I mean, that's a lot of money. Look at that. In US, converted to USD, give or take, a couple of bit on either side. That is 7,300 USD. That is 7,300 USD. Now, I think this is concerning as well because I wouldn't want my financial information public, like my revenue, my reported sales, or, profits or anything like that known. I mean, that should stay within a company or whatever kind of sales outfit that a person may have. That should be kept within. It shouldn't be made for public because, well, I mean, the target, it could attract nefarious people to do bad things, scammers, whatever. I wouldn't say it's something to brag about because who likes a braggart? I mean, that's just my personal opinion. There is a current, look at that. It even shows the little picture and the little terminal. Do you see that? Look, there's a shipwreck, and a shipwreck. Look at this. Do you all see this? So whatever you buy, it's logging and recording what people are buying on the marketplace. So we can go ahead and move on to on sale. Now this here, it's the biggest daily discounts. Now remember, we are on the marketplace section. Gives you the item's name and the old price and the new price. Removal of expired sales may be delayed by 24 hours. Also, there's a new products on the marketplace section. New products first seen in the last 7 days, ranked by sales volume. So you have the names here, the item name, and you have the sales volume here. You can go all the way down. And these are all the things that people are interested in buying within the last 7 days. Now, moving on from the marketplace section, we're going to go to avatars. Now, this is the avatar information. Tells you the active user summary within the last 14 days. That is a 2-week period. The active user estimate was 144,413. The standard 111,583. Premium and premium plus. That's right. So you've got 111,583 standard or basic accounts. You have 26,591 premium accounts, and you have 6,239 premium plus accounts. Most popular last names, active users only, resident, 89,213. That's a lot of alts. Sorry. So yeah, you can, scroll down and, and see. It doesn't give first names, it's just the last names. We're going to go back to the about section here. In this section, Bonnie Bell and her sisters are roaming bots who travel the grid collecting statistics. You can follow their progress on the map below. And there's more information on roaming bots in general. And then there's this dude that maintains another third-party website at this location. And those are the Bonnie bots. Each color is different because you've got different numbers on the end of the Bonnie Bell. Let's go over this FAQ. What data is being collected in addition to the data displayed on the Bonnie Bots website? We have begun collecting historic land auction data, estate names, group and group membership data, and land ownership information. This is to support possible future features such as land purchase, price history, active groups, and group search, and a summary of the largest landowners. Any newly collected data will be available on the website as soon as we can do so safely. Do you plan to monetize the data? We are firmly opposed to any of the data collected being used for monetary gains. The purpose of releasing this information is to share access with everyone. How secure is the data? No data is ever 100% secure. I beg to differ on that one. We have taken all reasonable steps to secure the data and limit access. Access to the full database content is severely limited and will never be shared in full outside of the Bonnie Bots team. Why do I not agree with this? The best data, the only data that is 100% secure is the data that is not connected to the internet, the data that you don't share with anyone, the data that never sees the light of day. That is 100% secure data. Once you let it loose on the internet, yeah, it's gone. Gone, bye bye. Nope. Because there's that possibility of that insecurity. So if it's important to you, you don't want nobody else to know, don't log on anywhere with it. Nope. No. All right, moving on. How do I prevent Bonnie bots from visiting my region? We recommend utilizing the land access tools within region and parcel controls. Now, I haven't tested it. I'm not sure how legit it is, but I did find what got me started on this rabbit hole is a Bonnie bot banner is specifically for these Bonnie bots. It's a security type thing, and it's 25 Linden on the MP. I will link it below in the description. So if you want to, grab that off the marketplace or what have you. How often do Bonnie bots visit regions? The intent is to visit every region on the grid within 24 hours. Some days this may result in multiple visits, depending on how quickly the Bonnies are moving that day. How accurate is the marketplace information? Due to limitations, we are unable to guarantee the accuracy of the marketplace information. Our best estimate is that we are under reporting by 25 to 35%. It may be interesting to note that transactions below 249 Linden do not appear on the What Customers Are Buying Now section of the marketplace homepage. Now, do you remember when we went over the top merchants? If these people, if they are under reporting 25 to 35% on the marketplace sales history and the top merchants, the numbers get bigger. Do you collect personal identifying information such as IP addresses, credit cards, etc.? No, 100% no. Not only is this information that cannot be gathered from Bonnie bots, but we have no interest in information that isn't directly related to in-world content. And then we went over this before. Let's just read it again. Are you interested in working with my organization to create new features? We would be happy to talk with you. Please keep in mind we do not share any unfiltered data and are not interested in any projects which can be used to identify individuals. Linden Lab, they don't share our personal data. So the Bonnie bots, any other type of bot, wouldn't have access to that information. What they do have access to is what they see in world. So if they wanted to create a database of people's profiles, they could do that. To create a database of avatars, pics, they could do that. Anything that these bots see in world, they can use. But our physical world numbers or names, Linden Lab says that they keep that separate and is 100% protected. How much does this cost you? Very, very little. The largest cost has been the domain name registration fee. Do other people have databases like this? Now pay attention to this, y'all. Yes, specifically, some merchants have approached us to compare their data with ours. We have accepted sales data and customer lists from marketplace sellers and provided a percentage match figure to our data set. We have never shared any data in exchange beyond the aggregate match percentage. All data we share is available to everyone through the bonniebots.com website. So the merchants are giving our data away in order to be compiled with the information that the Bonnie bots gather and with their own information. We have accepted sales data and customer list from marketplace sellers. What's a customer list? Is a customer list a list of anonymous people that buy things? I have a marketplace listing. Does it tell me who buys what on what day and how much? It sure does. It tells me the names. You can also get a notification as to who buys your stuff. Are you stalking me? No. Who are you again? That's supposed to be funny. I don't think that's funny. So that's how that goes. I'm not an expert on these things. I don't consider myself a very mathematical person. All I know is that Privacy is very important to me. I know to a lot of you, those of us that have been in world for years, this is something that is not comfortable. A lot of us, we all have different reasons why we use Second Life, right? While we log on. A lot of us like to escape. SL is SL. We all know this, right? Now, really diving into this whole Bonnie bot thing, the amount of data that these bots are able to collect that is on the website, that's one thing. But the amount of data that they can collect that isn't on the website, that's concerning. And how Linden Lab is not acting on their own policies against this type of thing and then backtracking and saying, well, we can't do anything to people that takes stuff in Second Life outside of SL. That's a problem. The thing is there is a door that is opened. We don't know anything about these Bonnie bot people, do we? They're not transparent about how they're structured. They're not transparent about where they come from. You may think it's Second Life, Asa. Nobody cares what we do. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. We make Linden Lab money. Things that make money are of great interest to other companies that want to make that money, that wants to know the attraction. It's like, wow, what is Linden Lab doing to get that, to get all those people, years, decades, keep logging in, keep buying things, keep staying in world, sharing things. How does that happen? Let's see their numbers. Let's see their growth. It's a big door that's open to a lot of things. It's uncomfortable. I wish Linden Lab would be more direct with how to solve this problem because a lot of people are not happy with this. And maybe, there's people out there that don't care. Well, you should care. You should care. You might think this is a small thing, but it's not. People in Second Life, even if it's a virtual world, we all still have that right to privacy. What we do in Second Life is what we do in Second Life. Who we are in Second Life is who we are in Second Life. Some people, they don't mind telling the whole physical world about their Second Life. They have their Instagrams for their avatars, they got their Facebooks for their avatars, they got their TikToks and their smock ups and all this other stuff, for their avatars, whatever, right? That's them. That is their choice. That is their choice. I do the YouTube, that's it. I've got a Flickr. I just put pictures on there. That's what I choose to do. The thing is like when your data is anonymously snuck away from you without your knowing, you don't have that choice. Your choice is gone. You are not given a choice. And that's what upsets me the most is not being able to have that choice. And Linden Lab, they're supposed to protect us from that kind of stuff. But no, the scripted agent spots things, whatever. It's their own script that these people are using. It's their own script. All I know is what we just went over. Y'all have any thoughts, or if you want to rant or vent or correct me, please do so in the comment section. Again, I'm not an expert. I would welcome, more education about this. I would love your point of view. So that's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye.